Gwendolyn Waring.
Hi, my name is Gwen Waring. I live at 412 West Juniper Avenue for 40 years this year. Whoa. Anyway, I think you're hearing we need a bigger and more significant water policy for our community as we see Williams running out of water and California running out of water. It's coming. And it'd be great to just have a huge symposium and figure out all the aspects of water in our town, with reclaimed water being a part of it. Certainly there has to be continued reduction in our use of water, creating less reclaimed water from the get-go. And I think we need to think very differently about water than we have, even though Flagstaff has a huge history. If you read Donna Ashworth's book on Flag, in the 30s and 40s, people weren't allowed to wash their cars at times, which apparently was a big issue then. It's surprising. But anyway, so I just got back from Tucson and was visiting a neighborhood where a guy, a permaculturalist by the name of Brad Lancaster lives. And he's given talks up here before at University of, or NAU and all, and he's working all over the world now with communities on their water and how they use drinking water and also storm water, which we don't really talk about very much, which I guess becomes reclaimed water, but and the neighborhood I was staying in was one of his sort of test neighborhoods where they cut holes and gaps in all of the curbs. And when it rains, the water goes onto people's property, particularly on the street margins, and creates these wonderful gardens of native vegetation. And you feel like you're walking into the desert and all. And that's water that otherwise people would have to, put on their yards from their faucets and stuff, clean water. And it seems like a pretty simple thing to me, but I know it's having a pretty good impact on Tucson, and it's a requirement now for new housing that people take that approach to draw storm water into communities and neighborhoods more often. So I think you guys should invite him up here for a seminar for you all, or whoever gets to make these decisions. Anyway, reclaimed water is certainly finite. I've heard people in town referring to ponds that they watch and stuff like that, which go down volume-wise when water is sent up the hill to Snowbowl. So we are being affected by that decision throughout the city, and that needs to change too. So anyway, it's an exciting time, but I think we're all going to have to kind of start looking at things differently. And thank you.
Question, Ms. Barretts? Ms. Waring?
Oh, yes.
So, Gwen, are there any particular policies that you would like us to address out of the water policy? You raised a lot of very interesting questions, but can you tie them to any of the policies?
I certainly could, but not tonight.
Okay. Well, if that would be helpful if you...
Absolutely, I'd love to.
Okay.
Sort of look at it and say what I can. Thanks.
All right, that's all the public comment cards I have. And I do have a couple of questions for Mr. Hill. Where is, there he